If you want to learn about how you can ride your horse 20 miles along the Atlantic Ocean, as well as support the American Heart Association at the same time, stay tuned to Carolina People coming up next. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Lakewood Camp and Resort in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the American Heart Association's 21st annual horseback ride-a-thon to be held here this weekend, and we're visiting with the ride-a-thon chairman, Jack Monroe. Jack, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Appreciate it, Greg. Appreciate it.
Incredible opportunity leading up to this weekend's event, to think that all these riders will be out here celebrating an incredible opportunity to get out on the Atlantic Ocean, get out on the beach and ride up and down. I think it's a 20-mile stretch, isn't it?
Actually, when you get back, you'll have about 22 miles on the east side.
Golly. Let's talk real quick about yourself, Jack. Are you originally from the area?
No, I'm originally from Bentonville, South Carolina, but after I got out of service, I came to Myrtle Beach, and the rest of the story is history. Here I am.
How long have you been back in Myrtle?
39 years.
39 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you were in the service. What branch were you in?
I was in the 82nd Airborne and the 101st Airborne in Vietnam, and then I had 3-year guard time. I had 6 years, 3 months actual service time. Incredible,
distinguished career. I think you've got multiple recognition throughout as a distinguished veteran, and that opportunity to get back to Myrtle Beach or get down to Myrtle Beach. What brought you down to Myrtle?
Well, you know, when you go back to your old hometown, you say the hometown has changed, and it's not actually the hometown, it's you that's changed. So I just came down to Myrtle Beach, and originally my granddaddy started in Myrtle Beach, and he went to Bentonville, so I just reversed it.
Right. Are you working here now on the Strand?
Yes, I am. I've been working with Santee Cooper, and actually this coming March, I'm retiring with Santee Cooper, and I'll have 37 years, 6 months with them.
37.5 years with the same company, with Santee Cooper.
Mm-hmm. They couldn't find a better company to work with.
Real quick, for viewers who may not be familiar with Santee Cooper, a lot of viewers in the PD are familiar, I guess, with some other. Santee Cooper is a...
Santee Cooper's a power company. Most people, when you say Santee Cooper, they think of the Santee Lakes and they want to go fishing, but
right.
Santee Cooper is a power company.
What do you think you'll be doing following that retirement, Jack?
I've had a few offers already from consulting work for other power companies, and one from the McGruff, actually the McGruff truck company that I brought into Santee Cooper, doing some consulting work for them and helping put more truck companies out on the road to take care of our children.
Great.
Something that I really enjoy doing.
Absolutely. It's great to find a job that you really enjoy doing.
Mm-hmm.
That should be fantastic. How about your involvement, Jack, for all these years? I don't think I mentioned the viewers. 21 years the ride-a-thon's been in existence. 21 years Jack Monroe's been the chairman of the event. An incredible record there. What about your involvement with the Heart Association? What originally spurred that? And maybe you could talk a minute about the ride-a-thon.
Okay, what started the ride-a-thon was 21 years ago. They were talking about banning horses from the beach, so we said, let's come up with some kind of charity that we can take and show that the horses can be a good positive for everybody. So everybody pretty well remembers Marge Stonebrook. She was on city council.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Marge and I worked it out, and the first ride we had 35 riders, and it's grown from there.
35 riders 21 years ago?
And something like about $1,800 we raised that year.
Is that right? You know, what's the goal this year for the...
The goal this year, Greg, is one of my goals since I started. I want to break over 1,000 riders, and we have reached up almost to 900. I want to break the goal of 1,000 riders. Now, once I get 1,000 horses, I may wish I hadn't broke the goal. But the main thing is to raise money for the Heart Association.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing behind it.
Absolutely. So the goal of the ride-a-thon has really changed a little bit over the years. I mean, was there any particular impetus that got you? Obviously, you said that there was an opportunity to... The horses were going to be banned from riding on the beach. Was it
that, and then it became really close to me. I had a friend of mine that was a real close friend. He had open heart surgery, and that managed to save him. And later on, I guess about 8-9 years ago, I ended up being a heart attack victim. I've had 3 heart attacks myself. So
3 heart attacks?
Yeah, it's really come closer to my heart now than it ever had. But for research, if it hadn't been for the Heart Association, the research and money has been raised, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. So.
How about some of the sponsors in this year's ride-a-thon, Jack? Could you talk a little bit about some of the sponsors, either that have been involved for many years or some of the new
I'd love
sponsors?
to, Greg. Santee Cooper, like I said, is the power company I work for, and they have been behind me ever since from day one. They've been supported, not only monetary. Most of my volunteers come from them. I've had volunteers that's been with me for 18 and 19 years. With Santee Cooper, I can't say enough for. You got Domino's Pizza. Well, you got Lakewood Campground this year. We had Ocean Lakes last year. We've had the City of Myrtle Beach and City Council. I can't say enough about them. They've supported this event from day one, and anything I've asked for, they've been there on the scene. So there's a lot of sponsors, and then like Bobby Gale and you name it, we've got a lot of good people working on the Heart
Absolutely. Dixie Stampede and Heavenscape. I saw a litany of a list of so many of the sponsors, the diamond sponsor, the presenting sponsor, Bobby Gale, Dodge, and Myrtle Beach Chrysler, and I think Dixie Stampede. There's
Dixie Stampede, yeah.
A list of sponsors.
And they come back every year. That's what makes the event so great. And the people that get involved with the Heart Association and Ride-a-thon, it's not only a good event to raise money, they all have fun, they enjoy it, and they get a chance to ride on the beach.
Do you ride, Jack?
I rode the first three, and now that it's grown so much, from the day they start, I don't have a chance. Now, last year I did ride the bull. It was a 2,400-pound bull Kenny Wells had. His name Josh. I got to ride him, and I had a ball with the bull last year.
Golly.
He's a Texas Longhorn steer.
2,400 pounds.
He's a pretty good-sized fella.
Will he be back out this year?
I don't know. Kenny may bring him, and my wife, Margaret, said, don't bring the bull, Jack, because all you did was play with the bull last year.
It's tough to be chairman and not play with the bull.
Right.
What about, you mentioned your wife, Margot, other friends or family who are going to be participating in the event this year?
It's became a family event. I lost my sister-in-law last year that she was with me every year, that she was out of Virginia. She had a cerebral hemorrhage. But her husband's coming this year. My whole family, my wife, Margot, you call me the chairman. She's the one that keeps me pushed up and keeps me going. Without her, I couldn't get this event done. But my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, it's a family event. My two nieces will ride, and one of them's 13, one of them's 12, so it's become a real family event also.
Jack, if someone wants to participate, if there's a viewer out there who has this weekend open, or has the opportunity to come down either from Lumberton or Laurinburg or from Bennettsville, your old hometown, absolutely.
Yeah, that's all horse country anyway. If they want to get in touch with us, they can call Heart Office at 626-3939, or they can call me at Santee Cooper, 448-2411.
And there'll still be some volunteer opportunities where they can participate in?
Anybody who wants to volunteer, we welcome them. We'll have plenty for them to do. So we'd love to have anybody, and the public, if they want to come down and join us, we'd love to have them.
You heard Jack Monroe, 843-626-3939, or call him at Santee Cooper. 21 years as the chairman. The event's been going on 21 years. Come out to Lakewood Camp and Resort here in Myrtle Beach. Jack, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate the support.
More Carolina People coming up next. Good morning. Welcome back to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Lakewood Camp and Resort in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the American Heart Association's 21st annual Horseback Ride-a-thon, and we're visiting with the Regional Director of the Waccamaw Division of the Heart Association, Tammy Eaves. Tammy, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Incredible opportunity to think later this week folks will be out here at Lakewood Camp and Resort, out on the beach, riding, surely first, Thursday and Friday, riding 4 miles, and the opportunity on Saturday and Sunday to get out and ride up to 20 miles.
Yeah, it should be a great week.
Incredible. Incredible. Obviously, the opportunity to think about the ride-a-thon is imperative, but to think about you real quick, Tammy, are you originally from the area?
Yeah, I grew up in Aner, big town.
Is that right? You're an Horry County native?
Yes, I am.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
How long have you been with the Heart Association?
13 years.
13 years. How long is regional director here?
All of that time has been regional director.
Is that right?
When I first started, I had 18 counties that I was involved with, and we've been able to hire additional staff, so I no longer cover 18 counties. I only have about 10 right now.
10 counties. What region does that cover for viewers in the PD or up in Robinson, Scotland County? Would they be in the in your region?
No, it's actually part of the New Hanover area of Wilmington, Brunswick, that area of North Carolina, all the coastal region from basically from the Georgetown area up to the Cape Fear area of Wilmington.
Let's talk real quick about the Ride-a-thon. Why is this such an important event for the Waccamaw Division of the Heart Association?
It's one of our largest fundraisers. Our goal this year is $125,000. Last year we raised $108,000, so we feel fairly confident that we'll make that amount of money. So that's one of the largest fundraisers that we have here. And it's an incredible event because it brings people from all over the United States to this area. Of course, they're collecting donations in their hometown and bringing it to us in Myrtle Beach, so it's a wonderful opportunity for us to raise money outside of our local territory.
You know, Jack was just on, I think he was talking about a goal of having up to 1,000 riders. Is that, I mean, he said there's around 900 now that'll be out.
Oh, I'm sure we'll have close to 1,000.
They will all launch from right out here at Lakewood Camping Resort, right out on the beach right here.
Right.
And
right behind us.
right behind us, exactly. What about that, the 20-mile stretch? Where does that travel from here? Is that north or south? Or?
It will be north.
Okay.
Up to about 70th Avenue North and then back.
How long has the Ride-a-thon been in the planning? Obviously, we heard that this is the 21st year, but for the planning up to the event, how far in advance do you have to begin planning to get all the riders here, upwards of 1,000 folks?
Right. It really should be a year-round event. The first step you make is finding the location. Then with this event, you have to check the tide chart. So as soon as the tide chart comes out, we have to find a Saturday when there's low tide after the tourist season. So we have a lot of little obstacles, but as soon as we can select the date and confirm our location, we start planning it. But it's a year-round planning process.
I think I saw that this weekend you're also competing with another big horse event in South Carolina. Is that right?
That's right. It's in Manchester.
Right.
The Governor's Ride is what it was called. I think David Beasley started it. And it's a big ride also. I think they'll have about 500 riders there. So we have lost a few of our local South Carolina folks to that, but we picked up a lot of folks from other parts of the country due to our webpage, which has been exceptional in helping us grow with this event.
Yeah, what is that web address?
It is www.horsebackbeachride.com.
Horsebackbeachride.com. So if a viewer right now wanted to go online and take a look at that to see whether they could possibly get down this weekend to ride, or...
Sure, it has all the information about the event. Several pages of information is on there.
One thing you pointed out was the word Manchester. Manchester is not on the ocean.
No,
Manchester is not on the beach. The opportunity for some folks to get down and ride their horses on the ocean must be surely the compelling force for so many folks traveling, as you said, from all over the country. Are there other locations or other rides similar to this where they have an opportunity to ride on the ocean?
Not that I am aware of.
Right.
And we have folks coming from Utah, from New Mexico, from Colorado, from New York, from California. We have all over Texas, North Carolina, a lot of horse country up in North Carolina.
Right.
So a lot of those folks were coming here to ride, as well as some from South Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee, Kentucky, those areas.
And the opportunity to support the Heart Association must be a huge, compelling reason. Obviously, the opportunity to ride on the ocean is incredible, but the opportunity to support the Heart Association at the same time must be a really big opportunity. What about any big obstacles this year in preparing for the ride here at Lakewood Camping Resort?
Just finding a location this year was a little bit of a challenge once we got the location confirmed and started working on it. Basically, the riders want to come back. Most of our riders are proud to tell us how many years they've been involved. You know, some of them, they sign up, they'll write on their paperwork, this is my 14th ride, stuff like that. So probably about 60% of our riders come back each year. So that's really not a problem in getting folks to come back.
Can you tell us real quick about some of the activities that are planned for this 20-mile stretch, for the 20-mile ride?
Because we have this wonderful facility, we've added a lot of great things this year. We're going to have a parade on Friday. starts Friday at 5 o'clock on Ocean Boulevard here, and we've invited local folks to come participate in the parade. We're hoping to have some of our local celebrities out participating in that. Then we'll have a chili cook-off contest right here in this room on Saturday at 7 p.m. We'll have a band that'll play out in the amphitheater starting at 7 o'clock on Friday evening, and that'll continue through midnight on Friday. On Saturday, of course, we got the ride. After the ride, we'll do a barbecue lunch, real hard, healthy barbecue. We've learned how to take all that fat and cholesterol out of the pig. And then we'll have award celebration and a karaoke party afterwards. And Lakewood is planning a bonfire for Saturday afternoon. So there's a lot of activities that people can get involved in.
Great. What about if someone wanted to volunteer to help out with the ride this weekend? Is there any number they could call, anyone they need to talk to?
Yes, they can call our office at 626-3939. We need lots of help all week long in the office and out at Lakewood. And you do not have to be a horse person to volunteer. There's lots of activities and lots of things that people can help us do, and they can be near animals or not near animals, whichever they prefer.
And if anyone wants to have an opportunity to ride, can they still sign up this late on?
Sure. I mean, you can sign up Saturday morning. Just bring your horse and come on down.
Great. 843-626-3939, American Heart Association office in Myrtle Beach. They can sign you up. You can get out even as late as this Saturday. Tammy Eaves, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Carolina People coming up next. Good morning. Welcome back to Carolina People. This morning we're at Lakewood Camp and Resort in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the American Heart Association's 21st annual Horseback Ride-a-thon to be held here this weekend at Lakewood. And we're visiting with the son of one of the owners of the camp and resort, Paul Perry. Paul, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
A great opportunity. Lakewood's opened up the doors to have upwards of potentially 1,000 riders who'll be coming in to launch from here at the right behind us, out here on the beach, riding upwards of 20 miles out on the beach here at the Atlantic Ocean. Incredible opportunity. Thanks so much for opening y'all's doors.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Are you, real quick about yourself, Paul, are you originally from the area?
Not personally, no. I was originally from Beaufort, South Carolina, which is down next to Savannah. My family moved back to the beach in 76.
In 76?
Yes.
So you've been here since 76?
Right.
How about your position real quick with the camp and resort?
Right now my position is Director of Maintenance here at the campground.
Okay. How large is the campground for folks who may not be familiar with the viewers in the PD? Or
We have upwards of right at 1,900 campsites, 1,900 campsites, about a quarter mile of oceanfront beach access, which is ours.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How long has Lakewood Camp and Resort been in existence?
Lakewood has been here in this location since '61. Before that, my grandfather actually started the campground. They came from Lake City in the mid-'50s and started a campground just up the road across from the state park, Beechwood up there. And eventually changed that into a trailer park mostly was the clientele up there was from the air base that was up there. And moved down here, opened up the campground, which started out just for I believe the first 4 rows from the Business 17 Kings Highway down to the beach, and basically continued to expand from there.
How many guests do you all have each year?
As far as the whole year, I really don't know. At capacity, we would have somewhere upwards around 7,500 people a day in the campground during the summer months, and that kind of fluctuates towards the end and beginning of the summer quite a bit. Small city in itself.
Golly, absolutely. And there's some other camp and resorts close by, or campgrounds right around you?
Right, bordering on either side of us. I don't know of any other place that has quite a concentration as campers as this particular 2-mile area.
And what lodging available, some of the lodging available?
We have anything from tent campers come in to the large motorhomes, travel trailers. We also offer a large number of rental villas that we have, which they accommodate families up to 8. We have kitchens in them, nice units that they can come and stay in. They don't have to bring anything.
And you've got some programs for the guests going year-round, entertainment.
Right. We have a full-time recreational director here. We also have a full-time ministry. And between the two, they take care of the families of the campers that come in here as far as with our youth programs. During the summer, we have something every day for the children and the youth, as well as the adults if they plan. We have outside the park programs for them to go golf or take trips down to Charleston. But while the children are here, we have beach games that go on, all sorts of different type of children's programs, bonfires at night for the families with sing-alongs, and there's something going on all the time.
And the resort's open year-round?
The resort's open year-round, yes.
How could viewers learn more about Lakewood? Could they call or go online if they...
Yes, they can go online, lakewoodcampground.com.
Okay, lakewoodcampground.com. That's right.
Yeah. They can come online.
Or they could call. Is there a good number?
Yes, 843-238-5161.
Okay, 843-238-5161. Great. How about the involvement with the Heart Association, Paul? What prompted the Perry family and the ownership here at Lakewood Camp and Resort to open the doors to the Heart Association this year for the Ride-a-thon?
They actually approached us, and we brought it before the board here, and it was unanimous for us to participate in this. My wife and some other parts of our family have been involved with the Ride-a-thon in the past, so we were familiar with what was going on with that.
I think you said your wife was a poster child for the Heart Association. Once,
right.
If you don't mind me asking about that, but I know you've got a long involvement with the Heart Association, either directly or indirectly.
That's right. My wife was born. She was born with a ventriceptical defect, which is a hole between 2 of the chambers in the heart. And when she was 19 months old, she had open heart surgery in Vassar Hospital in New York City. She's originally from upstate New York. And they put in a piece of Teflon in her heart about the size of a $50. And it's been working ever since. She has a small residual leakage, but other than that, she's doing wonderful. Been married for 14 years now and have 2 children, one 12, one 7-year-old. So we're doing wonderful.
Congratulations, Paul.
So the Heart Association was a huge part of that. Like I say, she was a poster child. Just after that, they used her. And it's just amazing what came out of that from the Heart Association was a big help then, and they continue to be, help with families like that ever since.
Well, there is a real meaningful impact, a real reason why. Obviously, you don't speak for the whole family or the whole board, but the opportunity to really get out and help the Heart Association raise funds. This is,
right.
I think Tammy Eaves, right before you just said, this is one of the biggest fundraisers for the Waccamaw division of the Heart Association.
That's right.
It's a big deal. What about any family or friends that are going to be riding the event this weekend?
Well, my wife will be riding. She's lifelong lover of horses. She's had horses all her life. And my daughter also will be riding. And we also have another cousin, Jolie Neely, and her family are heavily involved with the Ride-a-thon, and they will be doing a lot of volunteer work with that and also riding in it also.
Great. How about real quick, some of the planning, and I mean, there's so much as director of you said director of maintenance here.
Yes.
You must have a heck of a lot to do with what's happening to prepare for this weekend.
Well, the association itself, they're doing a wonderful job, and really I'm just working with them, and cleanup's the big issue, and they're just doing a heck of a job on coordinating that and working with us in that. And I don't foresee any problems with any of the event. They've got a lot of great volunteers, and they're coming in, and everyone's jumping in from every corner as far as to help out. So I'm looking forward to a good week with it.
Well, Paul, thank you so much on behalf of the Heart Association and all the riders who come in from, as Tammy said, all over the country to have an opportunity to be here this weekend and ride out on the Atlantic Ocean. The opportunity is going to be spectacular. Paul Perry, member, the son of one of the owners here of Lakewood Camping Resort, opened the doors for the Heart Association to come in. Thanks again, Paul.
Well, thank you.
Stay tuned for more Carolina People coming up next. We want to send a big thanks out to the Perry family and Lakewood Camping Resort, as well as to Tammy Eaves and all the staff and volunteers of the American Heart Association for making Carolina People such a great success.